How's it going today, guys? Fishing Brothers team here. And what I've realized is a lot of people don't throw open faces anymore. And to me, when I'm out either on a lake or even a pond, about 40 to 50% of the time, almost half of the time, I'm throwing an open face. So with me right now, I have 3. I only use mainly 2 of them, but I'm going to be showing you what I do with them, what I throw on them, what I throw, like what line, tackle, all that good stuff. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so my first open face is actually a combo I got. It's Lou's American Hero Tournament Series. The rod medium action rod has super fast speed with the action, which I really like it when I'm finessing a lot of fish. So what I have on here is a weedless hook, has the weed guard on it, and then for me, because I like to have just a tad more weight than just the Senko and have it weightless, is I like a little split shot weight on the end of it. You can slide it all the way up. I prefer to have mine all the way down like that. Let's talk about the reel now. The reel is open face, like we're talking about. Let's talk about the reel now. The reel is open face, like we're talking about. Alright, so the reel, it's a 6-to-1 gear ratio. It's pretty fast for an open face, but when I'm flipping my wacky rig or like a Ned rig or shaky head, I like to have something fast action. So the line I have on here is another big key factor. The highest I go is 10-pound monofilament. 10-pound test line when I'm using a wacky rig. And that's just because when I'm usually finessing fish, it's usually in a more clear water, lake or body of water. So that's the main reason why I used about 10-pound test line for that. If I'm fishing a really chocolatey, milk, murky water, I'll move it up. I'll use braid. I'll use 20-pound braid. But right now I have 10-pound monofilament line. The only 2 finessing lures or setups that I do not use with an open face is a bass jig and a Texas rig. Also, a Carolina rig I never use with a bait or with an open face. But see, I got a few extra Ned rigs, weights. Get to those in a second. I got another weedless hook. Those are perfect for wacky worms when you're fishing a bunch of weeds and you don't like getting all them weeds up in your lure. Next thing I got is a drop shot hook, as you can see there. The reason why I like this is because you can tie your leader line and then to your weight so you don't have it all tangling up. I got some jig heads here. You can throw that on a Ned rig, or you can just throw some type of soft plastic, maybe like a craw, like a UV tight line, a little small UV tight line on that. We're good. I got, for some of my weights, I got a wobble head. I've used these once, but kind of cool just how they're set up in the water. It's kind of nice. I got 2 different type of drop shot weights. I got Icon. I usually use that in a deeper water. It's like more of a pyramid. It sits on the bottom a little bit better. Than I got the little ball one that I usually use in about anywhere from 5 to 10 foot of water. I'll use that. It's not as heavy as compared to this. I'll use anywhere from 12 to 20 to 30 feet of water. What I'm showing you guys about them is these are 2 different sizes, 2 different colors, okay? This one right here is obviously your black and blue, and then you got a copper truce type of color, which is one of my favorite colors. But you can tell here they make it different sizes, but I only use 2 different sizes. I use the 2 3/4, which is this one, as you can see. Sorry about that. Right there. It's a good looking color too. I like it. This catches a lot of fish in ponds and lakes, but this is a 4-inch. It's practically like a mini Senko, but you hook this up on a Ned rig and it works just as good. A lot of people prefer the 2 3/4, but if I'm trying to catch, like, these are always good to just put fish in the boat. You want something that's going to put bigger fish in the boat, you're going to want something a little bit bigger. Is a 4-inch. This is a 2 3/4, 4-inch. To me, they both work great. The 2 3/4 seem to catch more fish, but the 4-inch usually seems to catch bigger fish. I'm going to be showing you guys kind of how you rig it up. It's pretty easy. With these two, you can see that this is kind of a cone shape right here. I prefer to use that as the cone shape. They're both a little cone. But see how this is like that? It's both just nice, no cone. So you want to start off here, and it's just like a jig. So if you're a crappie fisherman, this should be very easy. And it's kind of just like a Texas rig in a way. But you want to get it, slide it on like that. And that's basically it. You can fish. I used to fish like when there's not a lot of wood or trees and wood stuff in the water, and it's kind of more open water. I'll fish a few feet above and put another Ned rig, so I have a dual Ned rig. But when I'm fishing timber and all that stuff, you're probably only going to want to stick with one. But there's many ways you can fish this. You can just cast and reel straight back. I've caught plenty of fish that way. But you can also fish it off the bottom, bring it up, reel, bring it up, right off the bottom. You kind of stop, reel. There's plenty of ways. Just try to figure out which way works the best for you, and you'll catch fish on this. This is probably my favorite thing to catch fish with, is a Ned rig. You can catch 30 fish and still have the same exact worm. And it's just a good setup. It's easy to use. It's a good starting lure in my opinion. Comment below what you think is the best finesse or best lure to put on an open face. Thanks for watching, and always keep fishing.